And we're live. If you know anything about me, you know I cannot stand bigotry or any hatred or discrimination towards any group of people, especially people in minorities and people who just get hate upon them for no reason whatsoever. You know, I can't stand hate or discrimination or anything like that. So anyway, if you know anything about me, you also know I'm more liberal than anything, and and I wouldn't say bleeding heart liberal, but I am a passionate liberal of what I stand for, and I'm very vocal about what I stand for. So anyway, Alabama Republicans, and again, voter ID law again. This is a repeat of 2012. They really want to fuck themselves over for 2017 primaries. So anyway, let's see what this is about. Alabama to stop issuing driver's license in counties where 75% black with 75% black registered voters. Good golly, Miss Molly. Jesus Christ. The state of Alabama, which requires a photo ID to vote, announced this week that it would stop issuing driver's license in counties where 75% of registered voters are black. Due to budget cuts, Alabama law enforcement agencies said that 31 satellite DMV officers would no longer have access to driver's licenses examiners, meaning that residents will need to travel to other counties to apply for licenses. The move comes just 1 year after the state's voter ID law went into effect. AL.com's John Archibald asserted in a column on Wednesday that the U.S. Department of Justice should open investigation into the closings. Quote, because Alabama took a giant step backwards, he wrote, take a look at the 10 Alabama counties with the highest percentage of non-white registered voters. That's Macon, Greene, Sumter, Low Ends, Bullock, Perry, Wilcox, Dallas, Hale, and Montgomery, according to Alabama Secretary of State's office. Alabama, thanks to its budgetary insanity and inanity, just opted to close driver license bureaus in 8 of them, unquote. Quote, every single county in which blacks make up more than 75% of registered voters will see their driver's license office closed. Everyone, unquote, Archibald explained. But maybe it's not racial at all, right? Maybe it's potential, and let's face it, it may not be either, but no matter the intent, the consequence is the same, unquote. The columnist observed that Alabama had created both civil rights and public relations problems for itself. Quote, it is an affront to the very notion of justice in a nation where one man, one vote is as precious as oxygen. He insisted it is a slap in the face of all who believe that we should teach our kids about how we should all be created equal. So roll out the welcome wagon to the Justice Department and tell the world what it already so desperately wants to hear, he concluded, that Alabama is exactly what they always thought she was. That Alabama refuses to pay for its own government and used it as an excuse to keep black people from polls. That Alabama hasn't changed a bit. Wow. Did that guy really say? Political. If I said potential, I meant political. But the point is, and also it takes me a while to still mentally awake. So if I got some of the words mixed up, my fault. But the point is, this is racism at its finest. Racism and bigotry are not that far apart from each other. We have a huge issue with that in this country. From statistics show 76% of American Muslims, I know not related to the story, but it goes along on the lines of racism and bigotry. 76% of American Muslims reject violence against individuals, while 37% of Catholics reject violence against individuals, and 36% of Protestants reject violence against individuals. Okay? Just want to point that out. Okay, so clearly American Muslims aren't the problem, but yet they're discriminated against because of their religion. And you have Black Americans being told that they can't vote because they're Black. In Alabama, go figure, racism, bigotry in this country. See, this is why I can't stand this stuff. Next, I swear, I could be wrong on this by making a prediction. I'm making a prediction, but by the time I'm 30, in my 30s and my 40s, there'll be a religious test in order to determine if you can vote or not. I mean, it's getting to the point where voting isn't a right anymore. Where voting is, becoming a privilege for the privileged. Voting is a right. It is a right. It's a God-given right, no pun intended, but it's a God-given American right. It is our right to vote, regardless of skin color and religion. And at this point, I don't know. I hope I'm not wasting my breath, but I'm trying to get this point out that we really need to address these issues instead of pushing them aside. We seem to be pushing the topics of racism and bigotry aside because we want to, say, oh, bad Pope for talking to Kim Davis. Boo, boo. Yeah. First of all, does it bother me that meeting was private? Yes. But now all atheists and all people are automatically on the anti-Pope Francis bandwagon already. But anyway, point is, this is the stuff that we should be worrying about. Let's not worry about the Pope meeting Kim Davis. Let's not worry about all this stupid pop crap. This is the issues we should be worrying about: bigotry and racism. Because obviously it's apparent. Obviously it's apparent that it's much worse in this country than it's ever been before. And we're not talking about it because we want to, just bullshit about the Pope meeting Kim Davis or something else that people are going to find, some of the bullshit about and ignore the important issues. This issue with the Alabama Republicans pretty much closing down DMVs in the predominant Black neighborhoods, this is an issue we should be talking about. We shouldn't be ignoring this. We shouldn't be ignoring, like I said, unrelated topic to this video, but we shouldn't be ignoring American Muslims being discriminated against. It seems to be an ignored topic. So let's worry about these issues more so than the others. Hope you guys enjoyed.